Hello, and welcome to the Notary Life with Kimmi Podcast. I am also one of the trainers with Notary Educators, which includes myself, Kimberly Nunnally, Angela Johnson, and Alexis Franklin. We each own our own very successful notary businesses and teach notaries in all 50 states to be great and grow their own business. We will discuss general notary work, apostilles, ink fingerprinting, and the duties of a notary signing agent, and much, much more. For all of your notary needs, please visit notaryeducatorsllc.com. We hope you enjoy the show, and we wish you much success. Live, guys. I just finished doing some filming for a couple other things here, and I thought I would just hop on and go live for a minute and see if anyone joins me. Today is Thursday. What is going on? I'll say hi to those who will join on the replay and those who will listen to the podcast. But I thought I would just hop on just a Q&A. I don't have anything planned. Don't really have a topic. I always got a story. So let me see. What can I tell y'all about today? Today I got a phone call. How about that? Let me tell you about that story. Yeah, I always got a story. Something's always happening out here in these notary streets. Hey, welcome everybody. So I'm gonna tell y'all a story right quick, and then this is just a general Q&A. I don't have anything specific to talk about. These chats tend to go very well though. Again, I'm just here to answer any of your questions. I'll talk about the new business coaching program while I'm here. And again, so let me tell y'all the story really quick while we wait for a few people to hop on. So I got a call today. Actually, she left me a recorded message. You know how you can press on your phone and you can record a message nowadays? Hey, blessed sister. Oh, I love that. That's so cute. You know how you can press a message on your phone and you can record? So she sent me one of those, and her message was, I'm so sorry I missed our appointment, but I have a new baby and I had a C-section. So sometimes I'm extra tired. So I'm sitting here looking at this. I'm like, who is this? And guess what? It was from actually 3 weeks ago. So when I didn't hear back from her, I figured, she didn't need me anymore. That was 3 weeks ago. Little did I know she was dealing with this thing with the baby, just being extra tired. So she didn't send me a text message or anything. So I was just like, okay. So anyway, we rescheduled her for this coming Saturday again at 1:00. Now I have plans for Saturday already. I have a couple of clients. And I told her I will put her down again for 1:00 again this coming Saturday. Hey guys, welcome. Just telling some stories and here for a little Q&A. I was already dressed up from doing a little filming earlier. So I said, let me go live. Anyway, so this lady, so I got her back on the schedule for this coming Saturday. But I'm not going to do anything without talking to her. I always confirm my appointments, always. So I had someone I was talking to yesterday. They told me they just started asking their clients for a deposit. I don't typically ask for deposits unless I'm going to a jail signing or somewhere far away, like an hour, even a half hour, a good half hour hospital assignments. I will ask for a deposit, but I don't typically ask for one. So this person told me, hey, I'm going to start asking for deposits because one person canceled on them. I don't make decisions in my business typically either based on one person. If one person tells me, hey, this was hard or such and such and such and such, I'm going to think about it. But then if two people say something, then we're going to make a change. So I don't know if you guys heard about my new coaching program that I am offering. It is going simply amazing. I am so excited. Amazon is coming. I am so excited, and I'm going to talk about it really quick. So it's called the Notary Business Success Coaching program. And what it is I am allowing complete unlimited access to all of my training courses. There are 8, and they were designed to help you notarize like a pro, how to build your business, how to add services. So if you've not heard about this program, you're in for a treat. So I offered that first, right? $39.99, complete access to all my courses. The people were like, Kimmi, you gonna give us complete access to all your courses for $39.99? All your courses. And they already know the value. You can read the reviews over at Gumroad when you go to check it out, right? 5-star. A couple of them might have a little something less than that, but I think that was that person. Okay, you hear what I'm saying. So Anyway, so they were like, "You gonna give us complete access to all your courses for $39.99?" I was like, "Yeah." So I got to thinking about it. So that was going over well. The people were loving it, right? Then I got to thinking, how about you add a weekly coaching session to that? That way, as they're learning, getting a good foundation, just a basis, you can come in and kind of round it out and make it deeper and more understandable and talk weekly about what they're learning. It's been going amazing. So we had our second session yesterday. You are not too late to join. This is not an expiration like a boot camp or anything. This is ongoing. So we are doing next week. We start doing acknowledgments, jurats, how to administer oaths, etc., etc. So you don't have to watch all of the videos in order to participate. Okay, some people might just want the coaching part of it. I'm actually trying to help you to grow your business. So knowledge is power. What I plan and what my plan for is the program is for you to watch the videos. And as you're watching the videos real time, come into the weekly sessions and then we talk about it. Okay. So again, it's $39.99. You can see everything over at notaryeducatorsllc.com, notaryeducatorsllc.com, and you can see about the program. Okay. So just a couple tips from what we were talking about. Hey, Frank, welcome. So you guys can feel free to ask me some questions. Again, I just hopped on live for a moment. No topic, nothing, always got a story. But back to that lady really quick. So I don't ask for deposits up front. That may be something you do in your business. I do know other notaries that do ask for deposits before going out. I just call it the cost of doing business. Have I arrived at appointments and the client is no longer going to need me or they already found somebody else? It has happened. But typically I try to confirm the day of, even like a couple hours before. If they made their appointment, like this lady for Saturday I was talking about earlier, she made that appointment. Today is Thursday. I'm not going to just come home to be here for that appointment. I'm going to confirm with her some kind of way Saturday morning. And if I text you and you don't answer, your appointment is canceled. It is. I'm not coming based on, well, I told you. And I had that happen before several times. I've had clients say, well, I told you such and such and such and such at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. No, if I can't make contact with you, I don't go, because now we're costing me time and money. Occasionally, if it happens, it's okay, because it's the cost of doing business. Sometimes people have things come up. Sometimes the kid are sick, or, this kid is sick. Sometimes anything can happen. They had a flat tire, so I don't get into, just being a straight stickler. If something happens, I'll write down my mileage so I can still deduct that off my taxes. And sometimes the job just doesn't happen. Now, is that often? No, it's not. So what question do you have for me? Have you heard about the new program? Notary Business Success Coaching. Have you heard about it? All access to my courses, $39.99 per month. We meet weekly. So we've already had 2 sessions. Again, the reviews are already coming in with that. You can check everything out at Notary Educators LLC. When you hit that you're ready to join or to think about it, it'll take you right over to the courses and you can read the reviews for yourselves. I have the receipts. And I love doing this, if you couldn't tell. I've been consistent. I'm here and I want to help you grow your business. We're going next level. So part of why, while I wait for your questions about the program or anything you have today, part of why I decided to roll out the program the way I did is because I kept getting questions about being mentored. Can you mentor me? Can you mentor me? And I'm like, I didn't know how to effectively do that, when I know the majority of people, when they say, can you mentor me? They really mean, can you teach me the business? Can you be at every assignment with me? Can I call you to get ID, ID, can I accept this ID? They're calling me with little stuff like that they should know. So that's why I was always opposed to mentorship. I'm like, I don't have time to tell 50 different people, yes, you can accept an expired ID, or yes, you can do this. No, because people have not learned the business. So when I decided to give access to the training courses, that was a big deal in itself, because a lot of people were like, I can't afford to pay $450 for all of your courses. I want to take your course so bad, Kimmy, you don't know how bad I want to take it. So I pushed back and I said, well, they'll just buy what they need as they need it, right? And I'm realizing that people just don't have the money, disposable income like they had before, right? So I said, I got something for you. I got something for the people. So anyway, I decided to do the $39.99 all access pass to my courses. And that went amazing, as I stated. But again, this year we're going next level. We're going more than just surface. More than just let's do some marketing. Let's do Canva. Let's make it look pretty. No. And you guys know I've never rolled like that anyway. I've always wanted you to know how to run your business, how to be a great notary. And that's what the business success coaching program is all about. We're learning back to basics, how to be a notary first. And I'm going to show you how to make it pretty, how to put the lipstick on it, how to do the marketing, how to do the Canva, talk about the pricing. We're going to talk about all of that. But you have to know how to do your notarial duties. You have to. And we talked about this in session last night. Why is it that the signing companies are paying so less, because they have to pay Susie to go out there who don't know what she's doing, and they have to call me, the expert, to redo the job. So they have to even allow that with them when they go to pay somebody. They can't pay Susie $150, and they already know Susie don't know what she's doing. And then, no offense to Susie's out there, but then they got to call Kimmi to come in there and clean it up and do it the correct way. So now they got to pay two people, right? So when you learn how to do it correctly, invest in yourself, invest in some training. I know you're told you don't need training. You can learn from Facebook. Your state will teach you. We all know your state does not teach you how to be a notary, even those that take 6-hour trainings. I have California students all day long. Okay. So you're not going to learn like that. You have to have somebody that's invested in you actually learning how to be a notary, not just making it look pretty, not just marketing, not just the bells and whistles. I do bells and whistles too. Clearly, I like color, I like life, but we got to do the dirty work. The dirty work is learning how to be a notary, and that's what I do best. Let's see, we do have a question. Sharita says, is notary still profitable without doing loan signing services? Yes, it is. You can do general notary work, and people need notaries all day long, okay? Feel free to drop your questions. This is just a general Q&A right now, okay? To Sharita's point, yes, you can still make money without doing loan signing services. However, Sharita, this is the way I compare. If I have 5 fingers, 5 streams of income, why would I deliberately cut off one and only have 4? That 5th one is my loan signing training, my loan signing profitable piece of my business. So how I run my business, okay, so you can know what that looks like. I do general notary work. I go into hospitals. I go into nursing homes. If they need me at a jail, if they need me to drive an hour or 2 from my home, anywhere in the state of Georgia, I can go and do that job. Now, I teach all 50 states. For those of you who may say, well, she's in Georgia. If you know how to notarize, your documents are not going to come from just your state. Most of my documents do not even originate in the state of Georgia. And I also do apostilles, which means my documents come from all over the world. And your documents also will come from all over the world. You need to know how to properly notarize. So I do general notary work. I do loan signing agent work, even in an attorney state. Okay. Because some people say, well, you're in an attorney state, you can't do anything. So that's 2 streams right there, right? I do loan signing. I have to teach you how to do it. You cannot do all documents in an attorney state, but there are some documents. Again, you don't want to just cut off a whole stream of income. So I do general notary work, loan signing work, apostilles, okay? Apostilles. That's where a document is leaving the United States, going to another part of the world, another country. Those are like 3-step processes. There's some simpler ones and some more complicated ones. Angela is our resident expert on a place for her. Angela is our resident expert on the apostilles. I also do them in my business though, okay? So we like to compare them to level 1, 2, 3 because it really is like that, level 1, level 2, level 3. If you know, you know. So if you don't know, you need to probably check out Angela, her self-paced course or her one-on-one training so you can learn how to add apostilles, right? I do ink fingerprinting. Now, I hadn't had an ink fingerprinting job in a minute, probably at least a month or so, right? When I got 2 calls in 1 week for ink fingerprinting. So I always say my phone may not ring for everything all day long, but when it does ring, I know how to do it. So now with the training that I'm offering you, all access to all my courses for $39.99 plus weekly training, there's no reason we should not have more notary businesses thriving, okay? People call me all day long, all of us, and you've heard many YouTubers say this, and this part, one thing we all can agree on in the YouTube world is if you're a real working notary, and I'm a real working notary, you get those phone calls all day where I couldn't find a notary. No one was available. You got 25 people listed as a notary, but when you go to actually hire someone, there's no one available. They're really not working. They're there on paper. They're there on Google, but they're not actually working notary. Or how about this? They're listed there, but they don't know what they're doing. So when you read the reviews, they're not necessarily bad, but they don't have any because they haven't really did any work, or maybe it's not quality work, because sometimes people won't say nothing at all. You know what I mean? So that being the case, I do everything. So I do proctoring. That's when someone may call you. And I don't get a lot of proctoring jobs either. I don't get a lot of proctoring jobs. Feel free to ask your questions, guys. I'm just hanging out just to chit chat for a little while. I was dressed up already because I had to film a couple of videos for the channel. And I said, let me go live for a minute. So please ask your questions. I was just talking about my new notary business success program also. Check it out at notaryeducatorslllc.com. It includes access to all of my training courses, as well as weekly workshops and a private chat. So, I mean, you get all that for $39.99. So anyway, that is going great. You can check out the reviews. So what other questions do we have? So I was telling you some of the services I do. So ink fingerprinting, apostille, I-9 form. I am able to complete the I-9 form. Now, many notaries do not know how to complete that. And I don't want you to wait until you get these assignments and then you want to learn how to do it. Now's the time to learn it, and then the calls will come. And if they don't come every day, that's okay too. Remember, I don't do everything all day. I don't do ink fingerprinting all day long. I don't. But when the phone rings, I know how to do it. I do not do I-9s all day long. But when the phone rings, I do know how to do it electronically and then also manually. There's a paper method and an electronic way to do it. If you don't know how to do all these things, I do sell these courses individually. The individual courses are not going away because I found, you know what, a lot of people are like, you know, Kimmi, I like the idea of the mentorship, but that's not what I want right now. I really just want to watch what I want to watch. And I want to learn what I want to learn at my pace. And that's fine. The individual courses are still for sale. Okay, they're still for sale. And you can actually rent them if you want to. You know, you can take a weekend and just kind of blitz it. I think I'm going to take this weekend 3 days. I'm going to blitz and get all my training, write all my notes, and save money on the courses. Okay. So Sharita said, thank you. I thought that all fell under GNW. That does fall under GNW, Sharita, but many notaries don't know how to do these. That's why I'm calling them additional services. And they are additional services. There's nothing in the handbook that says you need to know how to do ink fingerprinting. There's nothing in the handbook that says you need to know how to do apostilles. So all of that does fall under general notary work. That's an excellent point. And it's not GMW, it's GNW, general notary work. It might have been a typo. General notary work. Yes, that all falls under general notary work. But again, to my point, all notaries do not do ink fingerprinting. All notaries do not offer translation services. That's another one that I offer. I didn't even tell you about that one. Love me some translation services. So I'm working on something right now. Came from Germany. It's a German divorce decree. So I already got it translated, gave it to the client. I'm thinking, okay, Kimmi, and he was all ecstatic and I'm all happy. So I don't speak German, but I was a facilitator. So if you don't know, check out my translation services course. I did nothing with the translation. I actually translated. I don't do that. I don't speak German, but I was the facilitator. He gave me his document. I got it translated for him. I gave him back. Boom. However, let me tell y'all what happened with that really quick, and then I'm going to get the rest of these questions. So the client gets the translation, takes it down to the courthouse. The courthouse is like, no go. We need to have the original wet ink. If you don't know what wet ink is, you probably need to be in some of my training. Wet ink is when you have to have an ink pen. It has to be with the pen. It cannot be a digital. Now, most of the time, I've done translation services for a little while now. And most of the time, I'm able just to give the client the translated copy along with the certification from the translation company, and they're good to go. DeKalb County here in Georgia tells my client, no, they need the original wet ink. What time is it? I'm sorry. They need the original wet ink. So now I had to go back to the translation company, have them send me hard copies with the wet ink. Wet ink, if you're not familiar with that term, I did a whole video on that too. Check it out here on the channel, wet ink. What is it? So anyway, the client was a little upset because it's like, he wasn't mad at me because he was like, it looked good to him because we printed in color and everything. So like I said, 99% of the time, we've never had a problem where somebody said we need wet ink. Never. So I had to go back to the translation company. Translation company is sending me the hard copies and they'll be here tomorrow night, which is Friday. They'll be here tomorrow by 9. So I told my client they'll be here on Saturday. So you always over deliver or underestimate and over deliver, whatever that saying is. I know y'all gonna put it in the comments for me. So that's what I did for this client. I told him it'll be here Saturday, even though I know USPS told me. Now, I do like this translation company, y'all, because they send me a little notice from the USPS when it's coming and everything. So they're pretty thorough. You're going to ask who I used, and that one was the translation shop. Translation shop. Yeah, translation shop. So I love them. So if you don't know how to do translation services, though, if you never heard about it, I have 2 or 3 videos here on the channel about it, and then I actually have a course to teach you how to do it. Okay, and inclusive in that $39.99 is translation services. So, so back to your question. I thought that was all G&W. It is all G&W, but everybody don't do it. How many people right now doing translation services on this call, on this chat, this live? Put a 1 if you're doing translation services. So yes, all G&W, but everybody don't know how to do it. Okay, and they're not even interested in doing it. When I first started doing apostilles, I was frightened to death. I was like, oh man, I don't want to do this. But then I got to thinking about that money. What? Your girl was like, oh no, you gonna learn it. So not only did I learn it, but Angela and I started learning around the same time. And then she just picked up on it like for real. And that became her jam. Everybody got their thing. So I do enough of it to make money at it though. I do. Angela is doing it like the most. But she loves doing them, and where your heart is, you know what I'm saying? She loves doing those. That is not my thing. Now, I do them. I know how. I get my share of it. Would I like a bigger share of it? Yeah, I would. But I got to put a little bit more work into it. All right. So let's see what questions we have here. So Frank says, too many notaries have a pen but no ink. You have to answer your phone. True that. You have to answer the phone if you're going to be serious. Now, a lot of people really aren't serious about their business. So let's just be clear. They have their commission, but they ain't really serious. And that's okay. You know, for those of us that are serious, though, answer the telephone, to Frank's point. Okay. A place for her says, do you teach running permits? Not sure what that is called. My bad. Permit running. I do not. I actually started offering this service. I've never completed one. I never had a phone call for one. Permit Empire on YouTube. I don't know her. I've not taken any of her training, but she seems to be the resident expert because she got a channel. So, and I kind of like the way she seems like she's authentic. I don't know her again, but if I was going to tell you to watch a YouTube video about permit running, it would be Permit Empire, I believe is her channel. Okay. Sharita says, got you. Yeah, so everybody don't do everything, girl. Yes, general notary work, but if you don't know how to do it, you know, so that's why I'm big on knowing how to do all these different services. I have a video now I put out maybe a couple months back, 19 ways you can make money. So I would go back and definitely check that out. So Brooklyn, hey, Brooklyn says, hi, Kimmi. How can you make sure you're purchasing the up-to-date state notary handbook and not just a different form of the primer? Go to your state website. The primer is sold at the NNA. Okay. The primer is sold at the NNA, National Notary Association is NNA for those of you who may be new. They sell a version of what's called the primer, and the primer is just supposed to be like an easier read of your state laws. So your state law might say code F545 says, and the primer is going to say, okay, you can take an expired ID. It's really not that simple, though. I bought the primer from my state just because I'm a trainer and I just need to know everything what people are buying out there. I didn't particularly think I needed it. I didn't see any difference between the primer and my state of Georgia handbook. And I just taught this actually with my people last night, and this is part of their homework assignment, is to get their state handbook. So for some people, it may be a handbook, it may be a code of laws, it may be the notary bylaws. It might have any kind of title to it, something different, but it's the book or a pamphlet that's going to tell you what you can do in your state. Okay, so it may have different titles, but the primer is a title from the NNA. That's what they sell. Okay. And do I think you need the primer? I do not. I do not. If you want to just have it, it's $20. Write it off on your taxes, you know. But again, I bought it. I don't think I needed it. Michelle B says, with fingerprinting, do you need to be certified? If so, where can I find out where? Also, what companies or businesses need fingerprinting? Yes, so you don't have to be certified for the ink fingerprinting. And that's what I do, is ink. I have about 4 or 5 videos here on the channel about fingerprinting. I don't do live scan. I had a young lady yesterday. She was actually repeat. The first time, and I'll tell you who needs it right now too. So the first time she needed ink fingerprinting, she was working with a daycare. And also the second time she's working with a different daycare and needed a live scan fingerprinting. So she made the appointment with me to do ink. We were going to go to her daycare where she was getting hired to do the assignment. However, when she sent me the email that the company sent her, I realized, oh no, this is not ink fingerprinting. She needs live scan. So I told the client straight up, I said, you need something called live scan, which is an electronic way of doing fingerprints. So she understood. She called and found a company and whatever. Then she called back and thanked me so much. I congratulated her on her job. Still got a lifetime client, because before, remember, I did her ink fingerprinting for the other company. So who needs ink fingerprinting? A lot of times realtors need ink fingerprinting. Daycare workers, CNAs, government workers. I did one last week. This lady was joining the, actually Jeff Rowe did. He does most of the fingerprinting. I know how to do it, but when he's here, I just let him do it because it's so easy. That's why I check out the fingerprinting course. Either you can buy it separately or you can get it as part of the $39.99 monthly free access, all access, okay? So you have access to that fingerprinting course couple different ways. See what's best for you. But anyway, Jeff rolled her prints or helped her roll her prints. She was in the what is it? U.S. Corp, Army Corp, something like that. It's not basic training, but some kind of Army Corp thing she was getting ready to be a part of. So that was for the government. And they already gave her cards. The top part was filled out. Basically, Jeff just had to sign it as the official rolling the prints. And her prints was pretty. Whoa. I mean, that girl rolled them prints. I was like, get it. She rolled them prints. They look so pretty, y'all. So anyway, so that's a few of the companies that do need ink fingerprinting, okay? A Place for Her says, thank you. Appreciate the information. My pleasure. Jasmine says, yes, the Permanent Empire and Kimmi are the best teachers. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you, Jasmine. Appreciate it. Jasmine, are you Jasmine from the business coaching sessions? Let me know, because Jasmine is so sweet. She's my #1 fan. Yeah, Permanent Empire, though. I like the way she teaches. I can't think of her first name, but if you are interested in Permanent Empire, Permanent Running, rather, she would be the person I would recommend. And again, I've not spoken with her. I might be able to see, can I get her to come on to my program? Once we get to that point, we are nowhere near ready for any additional services in the program. We're only in week 2 and people are just starting out. So as I've already promised the group, I will bring on these additional people. Like, I don't do remote online notary in my state. I have 8 videos on my channel, maybe 10 about it. I know all about it, but I don't teach it because I don't do it. So I can't effectively tell you which platform to go do. I'm not even going to try to fake it because I want you to succeed. So I'll bring on someone that can talk about it. But most of my people, again, they need to know how to be a notary. Okay? They need to be a notary first. And then you could add all these additional services. And that's the other thing, too. People always say, well, I want to be a permit runner. And I want to be a apostille agent. I want to do wedding officiant. And I want to do ABC. And I want to do this. And I want to do that. I'm like, pump the brakes. Slow your roll. You're not ready for that. And I'm about the only person gonna tell you. Somebody called me yesterday, y'all. Notary educator. So I'm picking up the phone. Notary educator, this is Kimmi. How may I help you? Da-da-da-da-da-da. Right. And she's wanting to know about the business. I just found a video yesterday about becoming a notary, and I found your company, your education company. Because she didn't know who I was. A lot of people don't know me as Kimmi from YouTube. When they call notary educators, they're just calling training company, right? They don't know me. And I'm sitting there like, And really quick story. So my mother, we worship together, her and my dad, before I lost her, right? And we worship together. So a lot of times people would say, hey, how's Kim or whatever. And my mother would be like thinking everybody knows me. She said, yeah, Kim, you know my daughter Kim. You know Kim. And I'm like, Ma, everybody don't know me. So it used to be the funniest thing ever. So anyway, this lady calls yesterday. I'm live actually. Jeff. Okay. He just walking through. I want to make sure he knows I'm here. So anyway, this lady calls yesterday and she's saying, I just watched a YouTube video and I found your training company. Okay. And I don't know, she saw that I watched a YouTube video. Yeah, I think it was on YouTube. So she watched the video. So she just happened to call the number and she didn't know who I was though, right? And again, everybody don't know me and that's okay. I like it like that. So anyway, I'm talking to her and I'm telling her about the business or whatever. And I said, well, what I would recommend just starting out is I want you to kind of know what you're getting into. I would recommend that you purchase my book, Start Your Notary Business. Let me see if I got a copy here. Yeah, I do actually. Let me show you. This happened to be for the state of Indiana. But all 50 states had their own book, okay? This is Indiana's. So each state, whatever state you in, there's a book for you. So I told her, I said, I recommend you buy the state book that I wrote for Georgia. And that will give you a nice overview of the business, how to actually start that business from beginning to end. And then get back with me and I'll see what training you prefer. Self-paced, live, individual, one-on-one, whatever, right? So we're talking and she's like, oh, okay, well, that doesn't sound very hopeful. I said, I didn't say you couldn't do the business. So she said, can you make money doing this business? I said, yeah. She said, I would like to leave my full-time job. I said, I don't recommend leaving your full-time job right away. Work into it. Again, first learn what the business is. You may not even want to do the business, right? So she wanted me just to start selling her all this stuff and doing all this. I was like, she got the wrong person. I don't operate like that. You know why? Because she's not going to call me in 2 weeks and say, you told me I could make all this money, or you told me. No, you don't be in the business like me for years and you selling pipe dreams. I give you the truth. And like I told her, it's not that you cannot make money. You can. But there's a process. And I'm trying to take you through the process. Most people want to skip the process. So guys, when she got off the phone with me, she was so disheartened. She was so discouraged. And I was like, you're not listening. You're not listening to what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you have to go through this thing step by step. You're not listening, you know? So anyway, by the time, like I said, I still don't feel like she got off the phone and she understood the assignment. The assignment was simply just to get the book, the e-version of the book or whatever for her state, which she was in Georgia also. Again, there's one for your state, all 50. And that'll give you a nice overview of what to expect and then double back. I've had other people do this. I've done this for years now. And that's my MO. I could easily say, yeah, go out and buy that $450 course I got on there. Buy that whole 8-pack and that'll help you with your business. And you can make $100,000 a year. I'm not going to do that because that's just not how I operate. I operate from integrity, okay? Ethics. Again, can you make money in this business? Yeah, but I'm not going to tell her to quit her job. I'm not, what she wanted to hear is not what she wanted to hear. Okay. And that was just real talk. Let's get some more questions. So, Blessed Sister says, I did not know that I can do notary services from other states. I'm in Georgia and from the D. What? West Side? No, I'm from Detroit too. No, that's why you need to be in my mentorship. That's why you need to be in notary business success coaching. You should not be a notary and not know that your documents are going to come from all over the world. So I asked this in class yesterday. I got a signer visiting here. They want to go up to Stone Mountain for the weekend, right? They're on vacation. They brought their California documents with me. Am I going to say you have to wait till you go back home to get your documents notarized? Because I'm a Georgia notary. I only do documents in the state of Georgia. No. You need to know what to do. Check out the training, okay? It'd be my pleasure. You're welcome, Michelle. Jasmine says, nope, I'm not in, but I'm also sweet. I'm a real estate broker from Chicago and new notary, thanks to you. Oh, okay, Jasmine, because I got another Jasmine that's in the program. Welcome and congrats on adding this to your business. I appreciate you being here and the kudos too. Michelle B says, I need to stick with my state for fingerprinting. No, the ink fingerprinting is not anything state mandated. There's no rules on ink fingerprinting. There's no rules on ink fingerprinting. I think California has a little caveat to something, but California got a caveat to everything. So, but yeah, overall, you do not need any special certification. You just need to know how to do it. Okay. And it typically, again, I went over this in a session last night. People ask notaries to do all kind of assignments: field inspection, car inspection, home inspection, proctoring, ink fingerprinting, completing the I-9 form, power of attorneys, mortgage documents. We're trusted in the community. That's why they ask us. We've been background checked from the government, from your state. Your commission comes from the state. You're state appointed. Okay. So that's why they trust us to do all these different assignments that we talk about. But the thing about it is the state says you can go and do it, but you're not actually trained. So you do have to either self-train or allow me to do it. I can give you what it took me 3 years to learn in 2 hours. Okay. With a live trainer. Now, the program, the coaching program that I've instituted, again, the Notary Business Success Coaching Program, that program is designed to help you to not only know your notarial duties, but to grow your business. And a lot of people in the program are working full time, so they love the pace of it. And you're not stuck to follow the pace of the program. The program is designed for 2 things. It gives you complete access to all of my course library, and then it gives you weekly access to me and to a weekly chat if you want a daily chat, whatever you want to do with the chat. The chat is there 24/7, but I may not be in it 24/7, but I'm in the chat. So it gives you access to a community that are on a similar level as you. And most of the people in the program are newbies, or they have their commission for years. They just sat on it. They don't know what to do next. So I highly recommend you check it out. And there's no fear, because if you don't like it, you do it for a month. Watch some of the trainings, come to some of the courses and the live training, and you can cancel. Now, I'm not encouraging you to cancel, because somebody said, can I watch everything in a day? Can I watch everything in 30 days? You can do whatever you want. It depends on what you want to do with your business, you know. And again, people always want short microwave meals. Okay, how about the Sunday dinner? That takes a long time to cook. Sunday dinner takes a long time to cook. That good old-fashioned Sunday dinner. But you can go get you a hot pocket. Get you a hot pocket. Get you some hot pocket notary training and see what that does for you. You know, again, people want everything so quick. Whenever I say anything that takes a little work and effort, it's like, whoa, I don't want to do that. It's too much. But yet you want to be a 6-figure notary, or you want to know how to make the bag and all that. It takes time, guys. It does. Let's get some more questions. Kanidra says, I was just on your YouTube channel getting info. Then boom, I see you live. Definitely a great sign. I need this. Y'all know what's so funny? Thank you, Kanidra. I have to tell you something from the session last night. Somebody got their name from my cup. Okay, I sell a mug. If you have not seen the notary mug, check it out at notaryeducatorsllc.com. One of them say ready to stamp. So they got that name for their business. They said, Kimmi, I was on your website looking at your notary mug collection, and I got my business name. I was like, oh, that's so cute. Anyway, check out the mugs if you have not seen them. That's so funny. So yeah, this might be a sign. I'm live in the flesh. Blessed Sister says, okay. A Place for Her says, is the class the same day and time every week? No, it is not. And I did that on purpose. Well, a couple of reasons why. One is I'm actually working, so I couldn't commit to the same day every week, because I don't ever know. I need to have a little flexibility in my schedule. And another reason I didn't do the same day, because everybody can't do every Thursday. Some people can do Sunday morning. Some people can do Saturday. So the classes are different days throughout the week, a different day every week. Right now, we're just doing 1 day per week. As we continue to grow, it may be more. But right now, we meet 1 day a week. So the kickoff session was on a Friday night. Our session last night was Wednesday. Next week it's on a Tuesday, and the schedule is actually up at notaryeducatorsllc.com. You can see what we're talking about. The schedule, actual topics, is a little subject to change based on what the needs of the group are. So we might be talking. I'm like, you know what? Like, for example, next week I am going to still talk about acknowledgments and jurats, but within that I'm going to go ahead and add oaths probably, and I may add the notary bag supplies. I had a whole thing about supplies, but I may add that because some people, as they're continuing to learn, everybody's at a different pace in the course. Most of them are on the same page, but as you're learning, like one person in the training yesterday, she was like, well, someone called me to do a notary, but I didn't know what to do. So as they're learning what to do, though, watching the training videos and getting help from the chat, you may be able to actually go out and start making some money. You already have your supplies, you have your Google page set up, but you just really don't know what to do. So I'm going to be changing some of that based on the needs of what I'm hearing, the feedback and everything. So it's going great, y'all. So no, it's not the same day of the week, but the actual calendar for July is up on the website. Okay. And you can look under the section that says Notary Business Success Coaching Program. Okay. Hey, Charmaine. I love the name. Hey, Kimmi. Love your videos. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, guys. So I've been here for a moment. It is, 1:30. So what else do we have? Anything else? I got about 5 more minutes. I'm going to hang out and then I am going to go. Charmaine says, I'm in the process of getting commissioned in Florida and plan on joining your course. Any recommendations for someone that is still working 9 to 5? Yes, most of the people are in the program are working 9 to 5, and that's why I was saying earlier they like the idea of a little slower pace, not trying to cram everything into one session, and they're just continuing to grow on that. So part of their homework assignment last night was to get their notary handbook. Many of those people had their commissions forever and didn't even know that they needed a state handbook. They didn't know what the state handbook was, where to get the state handbook. So that was our very first homework assignment last night. And I do have a couple questions that are coming for them, like review questions from last night. Within the week, they already know that they're coming. I'm just giving them a couple of days to try to get their state handbook. So, so back to your 9 to 5 question. The best way 9 to 5 is to first start learning your craft a little bit at a time. You can use some of your money. You're in a blessed state because you actually have an income. Use a little bit of that income to start growing your business, like getting your supplies one week, making sure you have your NNA certification another week, 100 here, maybe 50 for supplies, the $39.99 per month for my program, which gives you access to all the courses. Then join us weekly or watch the replay at your leisure and start building out that business. First, get the knowledge because you got to know what you're doing, and then start building out that business. And people always need notaries on the weekend. They need them in the evening. So that's what I would recommend. Get your knowledge, and then you can start building your business. Because on your Google My Business page, you can always just put you're only open from 6 to 9 or all day Saturdays, all day Sundays, or whatever you can actually work. Okay. I don't really recommend 24 hours. Some people do. Because if somebody called me at 3 a.m, I'm not going. So why even put that on my website? Some people say, well, put it on there. They know that you're going to call back the next day. No, if someone calls you at 3 a.m, they probably need you at 3 a.m. So I know I'm not open at that time. I only put what I can realistically work. So again, that's my opinion. I get to run my business how I want to. You get to run your business how you want to. But I always try to make things simple for my client. I don't ever want it to be confusing. Okay. Oh, really quick when I said that. So I had 2 people watching the Notarize Like a Pro. I learned from you guys too. That's why I love doing these lives. It gives me ideas. My mind is always. So on the Notarize Like a Pro course, somebody was like, hey, I noticed that it was broken up into chapters, right? And it's not chapters. It's really just about a 45-minute video teaching thing. But when we first uploaded to Gumroad, that's just how it was. And that's what everybody was doing. So we did chapters, right? Anyway, after talking to everybody, we have streamlined the process of the Notarize Like a Pro and also the specialty course. That's a 2-hour course. And we've streamlined it so it's not so choppy. It's just like one straight poop. So we took the advice of the people in the program. That's why I said earlier, if 1 or 2 people say something, the first person is kind of like, I ain't changing my whole business because of that. But 2 people say something and your girl gets to thinking, I'm like, the process is not simple. The process has to be simple. So that's that. Let's see. So yeah, you can do the business working 9 to 5. It's actually, it'll be challenging a little bit because anytime you're trying to do 2 of anything, it's kind of pulling at your time. You got the children, you got work, you got this, you got that, right? But all that being said, you can build your business. It is definitely worth it. Okay. Let's get these last couple ones and I'm going to get out of here. Samantha says, I just started myself as a notary. I have no idea what else to do to advertise myself. I have a feeling, Samantha, you should not even be advertising yourself. I know that's not what you want to hear. But if you don't know how to do your notarial duties, you do not need to be advertising. And that's just real talk. Again, that's what happened with the lady yesterday. I didn't mean to bust her bubble, but I'm going to bust yours too probably. If you don't know how to do your acknowledgments, your jurats, how to administer an oath, how to do your journal, how to do your pricing, how to collect payment, you're not ready to advertise. You're not. So I'd highly recommend, if that's the case, I don't know because I've not spoken with you directly, but if that's the case, you can either check out the Start Your Notary Business book from beginning to end. It takes you how to build that business. Check out the business coaching program that I've started. You can check that out. Everything at the website, notaryeducatorsllc.com. And again, I just got a feeling you're not ready. I can just tell by your question. Because once you know how to do all the things that I teach you, that would not be a question. I really don't think you're ready. And if you be honest, you could let me know if you know how to notarize and do all your duties. Okay. Last thing, Charmaine says, thanks for the advice. My pleasure, people. My pleasure. So all things we talked about, notaryeducatorsllc.com. I'm going to get out of here. But guys, on behalf of Notary Educators and behalf of Notary Life with Kimmi, I am Kimmi. Thank you for hanging out with me. I will see you over in the Notary Business Success Coaching Program, where you have complete access to all of my training, $39.99, and live sessions with me weekly or the replay. Okay. There is no better deal. There is no one else teaching and training like me. I guarantee it. I can guarantee that. And I hear it all day. And you'll hear it too when you watch the reviews from the people in the class. So anyway, guys, until next time, I do wish you much success in your business. If it's not with me, self-teach, but whatever, get the knowledge that you need to run your business, okay? Do not fake it till you make it. On that note, I'm out. Bye. Thank you again for listening to the Notary Life with Kimmi podcast. We would love to be a part of your notary journey. Please visit us at notaryeducatorsllc.com for all of your notary training needs. Also, please feel free to join the Notary Life with Kimmi YouTube channel, where Kimmi has over 400 videos that will help you to grow and build a successful notary business. Until the next episode, we wish you much success on your journey. Bye.